Welcome to A Better Day with Julie. I am so excited to talk about perfecting skin in the wintertime. And I don't know about you, but I am dry, my skin is changing, I don't know what's going on. I think it's hormones and a whole bunch of other stuff. But we've enlisted one of the top estheticians, my top esthetician, the best esthetician, JuanCarlos. Thank you so much for being on today.
Thank you, Julie, for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yes, so we've got some questions.
Perfect, so let's get started.
We actually did a survey on A Better Day with Julie. We're always doing surveys to stay connected with our audience, but most importantly to share with you what you want, what you'd like to hear. And some of them asked some questions regarding dry skin and perfecting skin in the wintertime. Sure. So how do we have perfect skin in the wintertime at this point in stage right now?
Excellent. So the best way to honestly to have perfect skin is to, one, have a great dermatologist, and two, to have a great esthetician. And the reason why I say that is because everybody's completely different. Everybody's skin is completely different. So a product that's good for you may not be good for somebody else. So honestly, the best bet is have a great game plan, have a good doctor. I'm very lucky to work with Dr. JONITH BREADON. She's a top dermatologist here in Chicago. I've been doing that for 8 years, so I can kind of recognize the difference between dry skin and actual skin condition. So I get a few patients that come in and say, you know what, I have dry skin. I'm like, tell me about it. So they'll have a little bit of flakiness here, around the eyes, around their nose and mouth. And I immediately, working with her, I can recognize and say, you know what, that's actually a skin condition. Let me refer you over to her. And it will take a few topicals, 1 or 2 weeks later, their skin's back to normal, and then we can do treatments. And one of the treatments that we can do for dry skin is something called the soak peel. And Julie knows about the soak peel. So we exfoliate the top layer of the skin. We kind of get rid of any of the dead skin, anything that's there, any impurities. And then at the same time, we infuse hyaluronic acid, which is amazing for hydration, especially for winter and dry skin. We can definitely do that. So that's a great way to hydrate your skin, clean it out a little bit, and then be able to go to work and not having issues or any downtime with that.
Does the silk peel help for those that have eczema and other skin conditions?
Yeah, so the silk peel, it exfoliates the top layer of skin, but at the same time, we can infuse medicated solutions like vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, salicylic for acne, acneic skin, or like hyperpigmentation. We can do a different type of solution for that. I also brought a few products with it. Yeah, absolutely. So talking about acneic skin, so this is an exfoliating cleanser. It's got salicylic, it's got a little bit of glycolic in it. So patients that tend to be a little bit more oily can definitely do that. This is, or I call it the blue cleanser because it's for super sensitive skin, a little bit more moisture. And this one's our antioxidant. It's got a little bit of vitamin C. It'll hydrate the skin, and these are all good for all skin types, which is perfect, you know. So talking about that, oily acneic skin, especially with women and hormones, it can be a monster. So
wait till you hit your new 20 club. That will be the 30 club. Things you change, and that leads to my next question. So a lot of times with our skin changing and just, you know, you've never necessarily had acne skin, but because of, for whatever reason, you get blemishes, you get dark pigmented like spots. I mean, like, what do you do? So
as I like to say, when we get a little bit more seasoned in life, you know, things change. Things completely change. Hormones change, especially for women. I get a lot of adult female acne, and we get a lot of estheticians that get a little zealous and want to pop some pimples. Don't do that. Women, especially adult female acne, changes. It usually tends to be in the beard area, and it's hormonal. So I usually, if I have a patient's like, I need something to do, I'm like, you know what, first you need to see a dermatologist. Let's get that under control. And that's the main key, only because acne is horrible. It can leave permanent scars, and I'm not talking about just the pigmentation, but like rolling scars. The good thing is there's treatments for that. We can definitely do stuff for that. We have a great peel, it's our luminescence peel for hyperpigmentation. And for like deep scars, there's a new filler, it's called Belliform, for like deep scars, and we offer that at the office. But it's kind of getting the acne under control. Once that acne is under control, then we can talk about scarring, we can talk about pigmentation. But if you're still coming in having breakouts, there's no point in doing a treatment. That's a waste of money. Getting that acne under control is the main thing. Once that's done and you're like, okay, it's better, okay, let's talk about what we can do, what type of treatments we can do to benefit that. And that's the difference.
Those are really, really good tips. One more quick question for you regarding skin conditions, rosacea.
Yes.
You know, I know it doesn't discriminate, but it's different in different skin tones.
Absolutely.
Talk us through that.
Sure. So people that have rosacea have super sensitive skin, and it looks completely different. A lot of, you know, you think about kind of Santa Claus with the rosy cheeks and nose with rosacea, but in skin of color, it looks completely different. Sometimes we don't get we don't get blush, we don't get the redness, but we'll get pimples, and it's acne-like, but it's not. It's completely different. So certain products will benefit it, but the main thing is realizing that you have it, see a dermatologist. There's a list that a lot of patients have put together of triggers. I have rosacea. I can't drink red wine whatsoever. I was out with, I was out with Dr. BREADON, and we were at a dinner, we were having red wine, and for some reason, it looked like I had red lipstick all around my mouth, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? She's like, being a doctor, she's like, hold on, I have a little sample here in your purse.
Put a little boutique.
Yeah, absolutely. She's like, put this out a lot better, but I learned what my triggers are. I learned how to kind of control it a little bit, but making sure you kind of realize what it is, get to a doctor really quickly and get under control. It's manageable, but there's certain triggers, and every trigger is different for every patient. So
no, that totally makes sense. So how do you identify whether it's an allergy or not, or if it's just more of hormones?
So it's completely different. It can be both. People will be sensitive to certain triggers. Certain foods will trigger a reaction in people. For me, red wine. Unfortunately, now I switched to white. So, you know, I have an option.
I love
But if you are starting to get bigger stuff, I call it like the cystic stuff underneath here, you know, see a doctor. Or if you are using products and your skin is burning, and even the sensitive stuff that you're currently using that you were able to use before, you can't longer use it, come in, see somebody so that we can recognize it immediately. But if you start to get redness or like little pimples, you're like, it's not acne, it's not going away, or I ate something, I woke up the next morning, now I have these pimples, come in. That's honestly the best way to get treated, get it under control so that your skin looks flawless. So if you wear makeup, you won't have to wear makeup, or you wear less makeup.
I love it.
Yeah.
So last question.
Yes.
I mean, I could keep you here all day.
No, I love it. This is great.
Picking his brain. But what are the top products? If I said one, there's 3 products that I have to have for perfect skin, hydrated skin, skin for the winter time, that you would say generally that anyone can get anywhere. Anywhere.
So anywhere. It's a great cleanser. You want something, especially for winter, to help hydrate the skin. Something that's not going to strip your oils, something that's a little bit more hydrating. A good serum. I always love serums. Serums penetrate into the skin fast, great. Something that has a little vitamin C or hyaluronic acid to bring the hydration into it, and then a good moisturizer with sunscreen. I can't stress it enough. Even in winter, the sun's out there. Protect your skin. You know, there's amazing stuff out there. This one, let me just bring this up. It's our antioxidant moisturizer. Vitamin C helps hydration, and this has a full physical sunscreen, which means it won't let anything in, and it has a tint to it. Just people that wear sunscreen know sometimes the full physical ones make you look a little white, and your makeup's a little off. This one has a tint to it, so you put it on completely natural, nothing. So yes, you know, perfect. So those would be kind of 3 different products that you can use that you can get anywhere to benefit the skin.
So cleanser, serum, and moisturizer.
Yes, with sunscreen.
With sunscreen.
Always.
It does a sunscreen level matter? Should it be 30, should it be 50, 80?
You know what, there's a lot of, like, you know, I always say 50. That's what I recommend, especially because I do a lot of procedures like chemical peels, and if we're helping to exfoliate the skin and kind of get rid of some of the scarring, a full physical with a 50 would be great, especially if you're spending all that money on a product and you want to look great, do it.
That's it. Yep. Well, Juan has completely set us up for perfect skin for the winter, and not only the winter, but all the time. And we are so grateful and thankful for you.
Thank you for inviting me.
How do we stay connected with you?
Actually, you guys can see me at, or visit our website at drbreadon.com. We're located here in the West Loop. Our office is 1009 West Fulton Market. So come see me if you have any questions. You can email me if you want at JuanCarlos at drbreadon.com. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. If you need to come in, set up an appointment.
Yes, we'll share one with the Better Day with Julie too.
Thank you,
guys
Julie,
so much. And be sure to hit the subscribe button. And we want to hear your comments as well on how we're doing and what you want to hear at A Better Day with Julie. And we'll talk to you soon.